Hey folks, welcome to the Carmel Tones YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a follow-up video using the BadCat Cub IV 30R played through the 212 speaker cabinet. This is a follow-up to a video that I did using the PRS Custom 24 with humbucker pickups that I'll link to in the video. I thought it'd be good to hear what it sounds like through single coil pickups using my 2019 Fender Ultra Strat. So we're going to start on a clean setting. Got the gain about 10 o'clock, the bass and treble at 10 and 2 o'clock, a little bit of reverb in about 8 o'clock, dialing a little presence out with the cut knob at about 9 o'clock. I'm on the 12AX7 preamp and have the fat switch disengaged. So on this lowest depth setting with a single coil guitar like a Stratocaster, you're going to get a pretty thin, twangy sound. So some people may like that sound. That's a little bit thin for me, so we'll go ahead and take this depth setting up to the maximum, which is 4. So that's starting to sound a little bit fuller. So I'll stay on the bridge pickup, dial some of the tone down on the guitar, and see how that sounds. So that's sounding a little bit better. I can use the cut knob here to take a little bit more presence out. Again, the tone on the guitar is at about 7. So that's a very effective control. You can take it all the way out and start to get a much thicker sound. With a Strat, I'll typically run this around noon. You still get a little bit of presence, but it does take some of that shrillness off. Again, here's with the tone on the guitar at full, at 10. And here it is dialed back to about 7. So let's go to the neck pickup here. I'll put some of that tone back in on the guitar at about 9. So you can get a pretty beefy sound here with that depth all the way up, taking a little presence off with the cut knob on the neck pickup, and roll the tone back a little bit on the guitar. You can get a pretty beefy sound. It's still a nice clean sound. So here I'll bring the gain up a little bit more and get a little more crunch out of this amp. So now let's take the gain all the way up here. So you can see, even with the gain all the way up using single coil pickups, you're not going to get an incredible amount of drive. If I kick in the EF86 preamp, you'll hear quite a bit more drive out of this setup. So let's try setting the gain to about 2 o'clock, right at the edge of breakup. Brought the treble back to noon, cut still at noon, got the depth dialed back to 3, and with the Stratocaster with single coil pickups, you're getting a fairly clean signal here. Even at 3 o'clock on the gain, you still get a pretty clean sound. So to get a sound I like using a Strat on the bridge pickup, I bring the cut down to about 2 o'clock. I've got the tone on the guitar set at about 5. I've got the gain right at the edge of breakup at about 2. I've got the depth setting on the 2nd position with both the EF86 and the fat switch engaged. And then if I roll the guitar volume down to about 6 or 7, you can still get a nice clean sound. So here's with the gain turned up to almost 3 o'clock. Back on the 12AX7 preamp. Got the bass about 10, the treble at noon, the cut about 2 o'clock. I'm on the middle pickup and I have the guitar tone volume rolled back to about 8. And here's with both the EF86 and the fat switch engaged. Now let's try something completely different. I'm going to bring the gain way back to about 9 o'clock and bring the master up to about noon. That's actually kind of a nice sound, bringing the master volume up a little bit here and getting the power amp tubes more engaged. That's very interesting. Let me try both of these at about noon. To be honest, I'm having a little trouble getting a sound I like using these single coil pickups with this amp. I'm going to have to experiment with this a little bit more. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and feel free to leave a comment. I appreciate it.